right, shalom, shalom. The Israelites coming out here day in, day out, prophesied downfall of America, which is modern day Babylon, spiritual Sodom and Egypt. Uprising of Israel, since the so-called Negro Latinos are the hopeful elect. I will, so we're going to give all praises to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, HaKadosh.
Rakdayo Shai, double honors to the apostle, elder bishops, great no soul. What's our teaching, brother, teaching word for the hopeful elect to be elect. What's our will to the hopeful elect, shalom, blessings. Men, women, and children. You know, and this is, we know we're at the end of the world. We're going to call this, in righteousness, we shall slay the wicked, the beast, you know, which is the wicked, you know. And there's what our people don't understand, there's a elite men ruling this world, you know, starting with the banking families on down, Rockefellers, Rothschild, DuPonts, Gettys, like the apostles, those always taught. Men are still ruling the world. They're Edomites, which are the wicked in the Bible, the so-called white people. So that's who the Most High has a problem with. And his people is really not even two-thirds. They're going to be judged, you know, with this devil, you know. So the beast, and America's the harlot that rides up on the beast. In the scriptures, Revelation, the beast is NATO and the EU. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. You can look them up. They were formed in 1949. You have the EU, you know, which was formed in 1957, right? 1957.
No, yeah, the EU, basically the Treaty of Rome.
Yeah, Treaty of Rome
being established. And, yeah, that's what formed the EU, you know, over time.
Yeah. Yeah, it says 23, 20, 30 countries now. Yeah. What have you? So now, you know, that's the beast. You know, you got the you know, the 7 heads, which is Rome, Spain, Britain, you know, Germany, minor and major. You got you know, the Greeks, France. You got France, 7 heads, and then you got those contemporary parts, which is, you know, Italy, Spain, Netherlands,
Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal, Belgium. Yeah.
So these other small countries that joined in with.
Yeah, so all those are like Edomites, you know. We were once in those lands. We once ruled Europe for 1,000 years. You know, over 1,000 years. And, you know, now they came into what they call the Renaissance and rebirth. We know as the rebirth Renaissance, where they try to rebuild. And you know, they took our images down. That's why you don't really have no information. You don't have really no information here in America concerning our history in Europe. Now we're finding out because you got artists putting it out from the UK, and people be like, "Damn, I didn't know it was black people in the UK." Well, yeah, according to history, we all through there. We all through Portugal. We all through Italy. You know,
and it would only make sense for the prophecy to be like that because it talked about we would be scattered across the 4 corners of the earth and would be subdued under our enemies.
Yeah.
And Esau, Edom is the main enemy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. So this is a confederacy, and it talks about that along with these other nations in Psalms 83. So they got a power confederacy with these other nations to keep Israel down. That's why it's so powerful. They so powerful and so strategic in what they do, and they're planning, and they're set up economically too. You got Arabs and pitching their tents in our neighborhoods, Jake neighborhoods, like the convenience store, laundromats, the you know, 7-Elevens and all that.
Nail salons,
nail salons and all that. So it's definitely a confederacy, and they come over here. They don't need a passport. You ain't never heard of them getting a passport. They're complaining about a passport. So these are the things that they have combined and, you know, confederate with to keep Israel down. So go to that. Here's first of you know, that 7 years of orange,
All right, this is Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And it reads, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, I will show thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
Yeah, the waters of people, the great whore that sitteth upon many waters is America. And this is a cash cow. This is a banking system for the elite. You know. Yeah, so that's why it talks about the merchants not being able to come and buy and sell here no more. Because this place is built on heavy economic dealings and business. That's why everywhere you go across these streets, along these streets, even in your house, is a business. You know, you got to pay. And of course, that makes sense. You got to pay for your living and all that. But this is the place that's exercising that. They don't have no moral. They soak it in that. They don't have no moralism. You know, they make usury and unrighteous dealings. You know, injuries and all that. And they're not being fair. They're not being fair with the system of their dealings with money and all that. You know, they don't even pay. They're like, you know, you mentioned like you're supposed to get paid every day that you work. And they hold your money in the bank, you know, for a week or two or something. Even some people on salary. Yep. You know? So, and then the value of this place is according to how much money you got, how much merchandise you have. It's not based on your morals. You know? But it said in the scripture, knowledge will submit us to leader at times of most high for changing that now. Because everybody's like, you know, when I go to the store, I'm stuck at the store. And when I'm in the store, you know what's mostly taken? Macaroni and cheese and all that, because that's the cheapest meal that you can, you know, the most affordable meal where you get a good meal out of that. And Edomites are buying that shit. So you know America values gone down, and their economic means and importance is not valued with the people that it used to be. So this thing is circling down the drain. Go ahead. Verse 2. Verse 2. It said, and it reads, with whom the kings have committed fornication. Yeah, the kings of these other nations. And that's why the Most High got a problem with them. They dipping and dabbing and laying with the whore. You know, even 2/3 of Israel is laying with this whore. You know, and they commit fornication through worshiping the other gods of these other nations. It talks about Jerusalem, thy lovers shall not help thee in that day. And these people are pretty much coming, you know, going back to their own land, getting their own money, going to the bricks, the power. They damn sure ain't care about the Negro. And even Americans are doing that, because like Hollywood is pretty much barren right now when it comes to them doing movies over there. Even Mel Gibson, he said it was cheaper for him to take his whole cast over there into the Middle East and pay for them for 3 nights to do the new sequel to The Passion of the Christ. Just to make enough money. It was way cheaper to do that than one night in LA, man. Yeah. And with Sylvester Stallone, he coming here to you know, Tulsa to build a theatrical establishment. Cheaper. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. Yeah, her philosophy, because everything America does, and set up a policy, set up a established organization that have policies, and that, you know, that word policy, same word as police. So it's been a police state ever since police and ever since policy. The documentation of policies, even going back to slavery with the Emancipation Proclamation. You know, they had to have some kind of security or some sort of paper that you was free. You know, and it's going to go digital, and it's going to go into the MOTP. So we'll tie that in like we always do.
And you know, these inhabitants of the earth, they can't see that. That's why they can't see what was coming. That these devils finna, you know, implement that chip. You know, force that chip on everybody.
They already got in Europe to where if you don't have your digital ID, you can't even work.
Yep.
So they cut it.
What it say? It said made drunk with the wine. You know, when you drunk, you ain't aware. Yep. You're not sober. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. You're not focused. Yep. So that's what's going on with these people, man.
Yep.
And you know, anytime America produces a policy, a document, or something, people sign their name with their signature, they feel like that's a good deal, you know. Or like they go to buy a car, you sign your name, you like, and then you find out it's a lemon and shit, you mad as hell. So that's what these nations are starting to get, lemons. They be like, shit, I'm pulling back on them. Lie, rottenness is showing, and a secret part, Most High exposing a secret part. She's a whore. She used to act like a lady and like she was beautiful, that people are finding out that's not the case. So,
verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness.
And America is basically a representation, a hard representation of Jezebel. Read about her. That bitch is wicked as hell. Wicked as hell. Killing the prophets and everything.
Wilderness, Babylon the Great.
Yep.
Because you know in the scriptures, a lot of times Babylon the Great is known as a wilderness because that's the Yahweh Shemal Shah already looked at this place as a wilderness, as a desert. Because that's what it's gonna be turned to.
Yeah, even when you go into where Abba Bivens, you know, he came out of Harlem. When you go into that word Harlem, it means sandy ridge.
Yep.
Going into a desert.
Oh, it was
wilderness.
Yep.
It was that sandy ridge.
And what's that in Isaiah? He said, what's the prophecy about Elijah?
Yeah.
How it go? The voice that cried in the wilderness.
You know,
roughly paraphrasing.
So we doing that same thing today.
That lets you know that was John the Baptist.
Yep.
Locusts and honey. Eating locusts
and
having a camel's head. Eating locusts and honey and having a camel's head about his
So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast.
Yeah, scarlet colored beast. You know, and it said color purple in her hair. I think it's gonna go scarlet. You know, yeah. Go ahead.
Full of names of blasphemy.
Full of names of blasphemy. Go ahead.
Having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Yeah, we just mentioned those 7 heads. You know, Rome. Yeah, Rome. You know, Britain, Spain, Germany Major, Germany Minor. You know, the Greek, and so was that one?
France.
Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
So that's royalty. She's living royalty, and they do live royalty. You can see in many of those movies, every time they show the elites, they sipping wine in the high places of the sun, you know, their summit, in the mountains, you know, in the tall buildings, the towers and all that. They have their beaches. They live in royalty, man. Yep.
Oh, and what's that parable about that Yahweh Shah gave with the rich man and Lazarus? He said the same thing about the rich man in that parable.
Yeah.
They're arrayed in purple. Yeah. And, I believe that, that's what he said. Yeah.
Yep.
So get to that, you know, that's the same people, just different, you know, way of how you said reiterating, you know, what Yahweh Shah said.
Yeah. You know, all the scriptures correlate together.
Right,
you know, all of them have kind of like a similar story because it's got to match up.
Yeah,
it's got to match up on how things happen over time.
Yeah, and what did it say? And so they're really rich, man. Like to be in a $1 trillion debt, you got to be rich and shit. You know, and they focus. They have a machine running and shit. Like They don't even, they print money and shit. You know, they don't work for money, they print it. You know, this is a machine-based world. This is basically the Matrix. Go ahead, but their riches spun off the back of the Israelites pretty much. When they go down, we go up like the seesaw. Go ahead.
So, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations.
All the things that she spew against the Most High is an abomination. You know, all this sodomy shit, all this adultery, idolatry. All this what you call it, bestiality,
basically by promoting so-called liberty, man. You know, and that's why, like, you know, you can even see it physical because the Statue of Liberty got that cup and it's got the fire coming out of it, man. It's abominations that have allowed this place to strive.
And the Most High, you know, the Statue of Liberty was a black woman. That's what they say. Mm-hmm. But you know, the Most High is mad at Israel too, and we were doing that shit too. That's why we went into a lower state. That's why when Yahweh Shai said, "You are your father, the devil," talking to his own people, they were doing abominable things, and they still doing the abominable things, but they on a low level. So they rub shoulders on the highest level that they could get in this society. As the people of Israel is rubbing shoulders with the elite, but they under them. Go ahead.
That's why you see that plaque. They got a plaque that's right over there on Manhattan Island, and it says on it, the mother of all exiles, the mother of exiles, which is basically going into Israel. We got the majority of us were exiled from the Most High and sent over here, man. This is where predominantly Jake is at, man. Here in America, Babylon the Great.
And our people had many attempts to try to reestablish themselves as a people, but it didn't work. Most High didn't want it like that. No, they went to Canada and tried to do that and call that the promised land.
They still try to do it today.
They still do it today, but now they do it in the elite, what would you call them? The black elite, the black boule. So they into masonry and all that, witchcraft and all that. It's people, all them entertainers, they staged, man. They props.
That's why you had on September 5th in New York. You had in that small hat seminar. They was in the synagogue, and they were talking about all the people that they sacrificed to those gods for their kingdom to flourish, man. That's what they doing, man. Witchcraft. You know, they try to use Isaac as an example of why they sacrifice is for a good cause. You know,
that's why the only human sacrifice was Yahweh Shai. We didn't have no human sacrifice that he said we did it one time was his people in that nation,
and that was it.
That was it.
And it had to have no blemishes on it. They just talking about sacrificing people who just regular people, man. Sending women and fathers, sons off to die in wars that they don't even got nothing to do with, man. So they can flourish. That ain't the same thing, man. You can't compare those two things.
And the blood means something on the righteous side. It says they touch blood and blood like it don't mean nothing to them. They just bloody people. No, Yahweh Shai, when he bled, that meant something. We're covered by his blood, the saints, not the world. Go ahead.
So having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
Go ahead.
Verse 5, and upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery, Babylon the Great.
It says that's why it's a mystery. It's given to the saints. Go to Amos 9 right quick.
Yeah, that 9:1.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's 7. Man.
Mystery. Mystery, Babylon the Great. It's a mystery because it's not known that Babylon is America.
Yeah, it's not. Everybody don't have mystery. Most High picked certain people of his ministry, of his work to give mystery.
That's why I said that. That's another one. Amos 3, chapter 7. Surely the Most High, Yahweh Shai, will do nothing But he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets.
Yeah, secrets. And that other one, the secrets is synonymous with mysteries. That's another one says that to you is given the mystery of the kingdom of heaven. Yeah. So the Most High got secrets. The Most High got mysteries, dark sayings, and parables that he gives certain men, and not everybody on earth. That's why these people, these churches couldn't figure it out. They wasn't teaching because they didn't know.
This is Matthew chapter 13, and we'll go start at 10. And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Why speaking to parables? Go ahead.
Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
So that's how we know that this is Babylon the Great. It is given to us as a mystery. But it says also, go ahead.
But to them it is not given.
To them it's not given. So everybody don't got the mystery. Now everybody checking into it. Is it really Babylon the Great? Now they find out it is. Babylon means confusion. Babel. And this is great confusion. If you have bestiality, go to that scripture right quick. In the Old Testament, he that lies down with a beast shall be killed. You can look it up, Google yourself. America accepts bestiality, man.
And they won't do it publicly.
Yeah,
but they do have some states where it's just a misdemeanor. They got 2 of them that actually allow it, and then the rest of them say it's a felony.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, man,
what did it say? But the little leaven the whole lump.
Yeah, hey, man.
You know, America is a body of people.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be one body, right? They say under the Most High, right? They say under God, right? So that means that the whole has to be under all agreement. You can't be having somebody over here like, oh, I'll do it like this, and then the other one do it like that. That a divided house is not gonna stand, man. You can't make a nation like that.
That's another reason America's confused, because they all divided and shit. Everybody believe what they want to believe in. Go ahead.
It's Leviticus chapter 18, verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith.
Yep.
Verse 22. Leviticus 18, verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination.
So yeah, there ain't no sodomy, ain't no borders in our nation. Go ahead.
Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thy.
So it's meaning a man ain't supposed to lie down with another man as if he's a woman. I don't care if he puts on a wig and lowers his voice and take pills and all that shit. It's still a man. Go ahead.
To defile thyself therewith.
So you ain't supposed to lie down with beasts. Go ahead.
Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereunto. It is confusion.
It is confusion, man. And what do they allow here? Confusion. So this is a great place of confusion. Babylon the Great. And it's confused. Like I said, religion. They confused about that shit. It's a lot. The teaching, education. This one man believes this. This one man's an atheist, scientist, and all that. That's confusion, man. It says you're supposed to be one faith, one baptism, one mind. So Most High, everybody. That's why everybody ain't ready to go to war, because you know you gonna send your troops to war and they ain't got the same mind. They might turn on each other. It's people that's going through a lot of shit, especially with young people, because they growing up like, damn, what's going on? So then if they go to war, they're gonna be like, well, I can't take this more. Commit suicide or kill their own soldiers. Go ahead.
Back to Revelation 17, verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great.
Mystery Babylon the Great. And that's given to the prophets to know, to a saint, to know that mystery. So nobody knows this is Babylon but by the mouth of the prophets, which is speaking in the name of Yahweh Yahushua.
Oh, I got a precept to call
The mother of harlots.
Mother of harlots, man.
So what happens to harlots? They get exiled, man.
Yeah, they get burned, they get judged. This place is gonna get judged. And also, women come here to be harlots. Like them Arabs over there, they come over here for freedom and liberty, but then they end up being harlots. They come up here with a head covered, but they still then they start wearing jeans. And next thing you know, they twerking in these places too, publicly and all that. Go ahead.
The mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Abominations of the earth, man. She destroyed the earth with her filthiness and her pride and all that. Her works, her wicked works. She's destroying the earth. That's why the Most High don't even want America. There's too much filth in this place. He like, I'll give you a new, you be like, Lord, why don't you make this the promised land? I mean, you can clean the place up. I was trying to say, in my house, my father's house in many mansions, I'm prepare a place for y'all. The hell with America.
So you got something?
This like we just read back in what somebody said. Second Esdras chapter 12. Okay,
it's windy a little bit, so try to speak up a little bit. You good? I got it.
This is Second Esdras chapter 12, verse 36. It says, "Thou only has been meet to know this secret of the highest. Therefore, write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them."
Yeah.
And what that mean is, because we can open a book and of course we can read, we see the words. So what it mean when it said write in a book and hide them? That's the parables, like you read right now in Revelation 17.
Because just because you read it don't mean that you don't know what it's saying.
Yeah, it's talking about beasts and dragons.
Yep.
7 heads and a woman, and on her head was Mr. Babylon the Great. That's what this is talking about right here. And it says, therefore write all these things that thou hast seen in a book and hide them and teach them to the wise of the people.
Yeah, the wise of the people.
Yep.
Not everybody.
It said, wait a minute. Yeah, teach them to the wise of the people, whose heart thou knowest may comprehend and keep these secrets.
Comprehend and keep these secrets. Yep. Nobody really wants to hear the Most High. They don't want to hear his prophets. Go to Deuteronomy 20:29 right quick.
And that links up with what Paul said in 2 Corinthians chapter 2. He said, we teach thee this wisdom to the perfect. Meaning those with perfect understanding. They the only one, and that's the elect. They the only ones gonna get it.
Said Deuteronomy 29:20.
29:29.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. All right, Deuteronomy 29:29. And it reads, "The secret things belong unto the Lord our power."
The secret things belong to the Lord our power,
which is Yahweh. That's good talk because it's all caps.
Yep.
And how you know that's really talking about Yahweh too is he said that the Son doesn't even know the day of judgment. Man. So that's how we know that's talking about Yahweh. He's got secrets that nobody else has. But those things which are revealed unto us, and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
All the words of this law, because the Most High used the gate is in the Apocrypha. It says the Most High. It used to be a wide gate, like all Israel used to know about. Almost about the same thing. Now, Most High, he's got a circle now, certain men and shit. Like now, people can't get it. It's like when they read the Bible, and even when we break it down, it still looks like a foreign language still. Yep. They can't get it. Yep. But that used to be, we used to live that way. We used to be a whole nation. And we used to go against our enemies, and the Lord give us certain things that we can apply to defeat our enemy, keep them at bay, whatever, and to continue the law. But now they took the spirit from them where they don't even keep the law. You don't want them. So he's dealing with certain people to know this and to do his law.
And you keep until the day of trouble. And that's another way we've been revealed everything, because the Lord said to his men, he said, all things that the Lord revealed unto me, I revealed unto you. But he didn't tell us the day and time, so we don't know. But we do know everything else the scriptures speak of concerning prophecy, concerning the law, you know, and concerning the judgment coming on this place.
Hey, you know, like you was talking about the other day, but hey, you know, like you said, Yahweh Shai, he gonna tell his brothers everything.
Everything.
So hey, the Most High, he know it. He's like, no, I ain't gonna tell you that, because you gonna tell them. You gonna tell
everything he said. Everything he told me.
Hey, because remember what he said about Abraham, man. You know, hey, when he was that third angel that Abraham was encountered by.
Yeah.
And then he said, should I hide this secret from my friend Abraham? You know, roughly paraphrase. Yeah. He said, should I hide this from my friend Abraham? You know, so he ain't gonna. Hey, he gonna
let you know it was him if it's him.
Yeah, come.
He gonna let you know.
Well, even with the Euro, when he was speaking to Ezra, right?
Yep. Yeah. Or Uriel was speaking to Ezra, but of course us do Yahweh Shai.
Yeah. Ezra was asking questions.
Yep.
And he said, you know, he was giving them answers, but he said, you're going to marvel more. So, you know, and then in the book it says, how can you, if you don't understand earthly things, how can you understand heavenly things? So we be telling our people simple things like, it's simple to know that this is Babylon. We ain't gonna like go over with you over and over again and prove that this is Babylon. We give you the scriptures. If you can't comprehend that, then you just can't get it.
That's it. That means the Lord is rejected, because he said he receives every son. You know, he has to receive you, giving you the understanding to comprehend. He says, but if you're not considered someone wise from the Most High, you know, in this life and in your past lives, he's not going to give you anything.
Yeah. And even our people, they want these law people. They want the elites over them. They want to be taken care of and swaddled like babies. Like, as long as I get my food stamps and as long as I get my little check and shit, I'm cool.
That's what I'm saying.
We want to rule the world, man.
Yeah. You know, it said most of our people they trust in oppression, man. Stock syndrome, man. They don't want to rise above this, man. They think this is the say all be all for our people, man. Yeah. And it's not.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 17, verse 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints, and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua.
Yeah, because we talk about martyrism, you know, which some of us are gonna have to get beheaded, you know, in the name of Yahushua, the name of Yahushua. And they're gonna pretty much key in on those names too. You know, they have an AI to drown out. It starts off as entertainment, but they're gonna try to drown the truth out with this AI and shit. Put together different fake ass movies that don't got nothing to do with the Bible. Even the biblical movies, like we said, don't got nothing to do with the Bible. It's not all the way on point. And a lot of it's becoming folly because these devils really don't believe in the Most High. These average Edomites, these average Christians, they don't right here. They don't believe in the Most High, the true power. And most of our people still got Satan in their head, so they don't believe truly in the Most High. Go ahead. They don't even believe in the name. It says, what is his name and his son's name is thou can tell us. So that's needs to be revealed to. Who is that revealed to? The prophet. That's a mystery. What it say? If a son asks for his father a fish, would he give him a serpent? That. If he asks for bread, would he give him a stone? What is your name, Father? It says, what is that name? If I could tell us, if you ask, he's gonna give it to us, and he gave it to us. And then he said, but the time he said, no man knoweth. Like I didn't even share with my own son, so that's off limits. We ain't gonna know that until Yahushua don't even know that. So, but anything else he'll give to us. His name, his blessings, the brotherhood, the anointing, the truth. You know. Go ahead.
And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Yeah, America is a great system, a great country to be wondered after. A technology, a freedom and liberty. The way she got Negroes dancing for her, they be like, damn, you rich in that factor. You know, all the machinery you got, and you have everybody working for you and shit. You know, it seems like it's coming together. Go ahead.
Verse 7, and the angel said unto me,
a military. It's still one of the most powerful military right now. America is the #1 superpower right now, followed with Russia and China. You know, go ahead.
Verse 7, and the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel?
Yeah. So we're not unwise men to know. Like when we talk about America, we talking about the inner core of America. Starting with the mental mind of these elites and all that. But the outside still looks good. I mean, she still, and the way she publicizes herself in the news and all that, she still looks like she on top of her game. We're seeing it spiritual. So we ain't unwise to, like, you know, America is fucked, but we still know it's a superpower. Go ahead.
I will tell thee the mystery of the woman.
Hey, they still got our people crawling for dollar bills and shit. That's a powerful nation. You got somebody on all fours for this paper ass money and shit. Robbing liquor stores for $10, $20 and shit. And then you got the people in the palm of your hands and shit. The mighty men like Shaq and shit that's supposed to be like into mighty men, tall men, you got them playing dunking the ball and shit in the NBA and shit. Started preparing for war. Go ahead. You would think they would have Shaq on the front lines and shit of their war. They don't want him to learn war. He keep playing that basketball, nigga. You know? Go ahead.
And of the beast that carrieth her.
Yeah, the beast is NATO, EU. You know? And it's no coincidence that was established right after the 48ers. You know? Ain't no coincidence. They said, let's get the 48ers in there, and then we'll bring out NATO. Go ahead.
Which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns.
So Russia has got beef with Israeli, right? Israel. So Israel is with the NATO and EU. They one union and shit. The European Union. So Russia is kind of like you know, like fuck that. I'm gonna build my own. Most High got the heart is in the king's heart is in the hand of the Most High. So he having Putin and Russia being like, fuck that, I'm building the bricks. I don't need America. I don't need these. I'm gonna get my nations together, my countries together. And we're gonna build this shit. So Most High got those factions set up already. It makes perfect sense according to the scriptures. Go ahead.
Verse 8, the beast that thou sawest was and is not, right? Because it's gonna get destroyed, and it also, like we were saying, they confused here. So even though we inside the beast, they can't really even tell. You know, the people who weren't revealed the secrets. And shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
Yeah, the bottomless pit is Russia. I mean, not Slovakia, it's Europe. No resources there, man. You know,
coming out of those caves, man. Yeah. The Caucasus Mountains, Mount Seir.
Yeah, because if you know about the Byzantine Empire, which is by Eastern Rome, which was us, they were in the caves. Yep. You'd be like, how did they get from the caves to now the state where they use? Well, it's still Petra. It's still rock and roll, Rocky Mountains here. You know what I'm saying? You know, they still have downtown concrete jungle, but they still, Most High gave them the wisdom.
They got Bricktown over here.
Yeah, you know. So they still got that fashion. We see that's the part we see and shit.
And just like when you go fill out a job application, what it say on it? It say Caucasian on it, man. It means cave dweller, man. Yeah. This is these people, man.
Yep. So they rose up and they got taught taught by us, and they went in. They named it Judaism. If you read about Khazar Empire, man, they were warlike tribes and all that, you know. But they were barbaric, but they had to learn to how to construct and rule a system. So the Most High brought them out of their cage, and he had them survive by juniper roots. You know, because they would have died. You know what I'm saying? Most High preserved these devils until this time. You know, now he's being revealed. So, go ahead. And go into perdition. Go into perdition, destruction. That's where they go. Go ahead, because Most High propped them up. He said, what did he say? He raised up the basis of the Most High ruling in the kingdom men. He set up the bases thereof. Like he took the base men. The lowest base man is a so-called white man, and he took him and raised him up. And now he's the most powerful right now. And then you had our people like, how did the heathen become rulers over us? The ones that you reviewed as nothing, Most High, how did they become over us? Well, it says, Israel, you have fallen by your iniquity, Hosea. Yeah. So that's why we got to get back to righteousness to rule. Righteousness, we're gonna get that scripture later on, but righteousness is immortal. Go ahead. So we become a Superman again through this word, but it starts in your mind. That's what Yahweh Shai said. The kingdom's within you. You're trying to build it on the outside, temples and all that. Most High don't dwell in temples made with hands. They trying to do it outwardly with this devil in this system. You got to start within. That's why it's still killings in Jake's neighborhood and still gangbanging and drug selling. Because they ain't fixed their minds inward. They're like, damn, I can't get right, man. I try to make enough money, can't get right. The system is designed to keep Jake down.
So that's why I just heard about that. They killed another Jake, putting their knee on his head for a couple minutes. Yeah. Jake don't want to repent, man. And Ice just shot a woman. So hey, that insurrection is stirring up, man. Yeah. Yep. That's what's stirring up right now, man.
Wait until they come in with this martial law in the cities.
Oh yeah.
And cut off Jake from doing them, cut off Jake from certain things.
And they already starting in Canada. They not even letting anybody go to the forest no more over there in some places. Right. Even if you own the land, you can't even go on your own forest for the law. You go get a $25,000 bond. This is the stuff we talk about.
And they gradually did it. Because back then we used to have black farmers and shit. You know, it's only 2% of black farmers today. But they came out with Monsanto and they killed black farmers, took their land, made it where it's difficult to grow crops because you're supposed to keep the land safe. That's another thing they're not doing. And now there's no really agricultural production with Jake. Now it's all machines. So Jake can't afford to buy those machines. You know how you go to a warehouse such as Walmart, or super centers. You then got super centers, super center Walmart, super center Costco, super center
Target.
Yeah, Target. So you're gonna have to, if you own a company, or if you have to try to be a Walmart, you have to have forklifts. You have to have all the machinery it takes.
You ain't gonna be able to keep up.
Yeah, you got to pay the truckers and shit to come in and bring the food into your store. You can't. That's why Jake do this mom and pop shit and online shit now. But they're gonna control online. Government is getting control online. Everything is gonna become better on this place. Go ahead. And that's why they're gonna do the famine of the word is gonna come, because it's gonna become a federal offense if you talk, against anything online and shit that America admits to this place. Go ahead.
And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life.
Yeah, they end up taking it, end up falling all the way to a death. Go ahead.
From the foundation of the world.
And you can't, there's no excuse, because what did the Most High say? He set up prophets since the foundation of the world, since the beginning of the world. So there was always prophets. They denied the prophets. So there's no excuse. Go ahead.
When they behold the beast that was, and is not, and yet is.
Yeah. This is a modern day Rome now. This is a formation of the same body of Rome. There's reincarnated countries, reincarnated people. These are the same Romanites. You go to these Edomites that roam around like Romans, They're the same ones in the Roman times.
That's why they got that term now when they say win in Vegas. They say win in, what if it goes in Vegas, stays in Vegas, as they used to say in Rome. Win in Rome, right?
Who has the Romans?
That's the same thing, man.
Yep.
That's the same people that's back, man.
Yep. And it's you know, Rome, they still got their public statues and shit. Some places you can go.
Yep.
You got that you know, they still got the paintings of those angels that's naked and shit. And these cathedrals in America, that's Rome and shit.
Yep. You gotta, when you go to school, you gotta learn. You go use Times New Roman to type all your shit.
Roman numerals.
Like I said, Spanish is a second language in America, second biggest language in America. That's a form of Latin. You know, and you got the Spanish speaking Israelite tribes here, man. Go ahead.
I was in. You keep going.
Go to where it says. Not there yet. Not there. Yes. Where the how delicious. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's probably still going down.
Yeah, I think it's in 18.
Yeah, it's in chapter 18.
3.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Keep going down. Yeah. About the J.
So we're gonna get into that too, but when the Most High say take ye up on the armor, take the whole armor. This is a spiritual sword. So spiritually, we dealing with them spiritually, and they know because they deal with the spirits on the left hand side as the wicked. So they know it's a sword. This is a threat to their kingdom. That's why they try to outlaw the scriptures. This is an actual sword, and we're actual soldiers in the Most High's army.
The armor is the understanding.
Yeah. What did it say? They stood on their feet as a great exceeding army, talking about the elect men. Most High, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 6, and it reads, reward her even she has rewarded you. That's it. Yeah, we're back. Reward her even.
Go before that.
It's Revelation chapter 18, verse 1, and it reads, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory.
Yeah, that angel is Yahweh Shah.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
Yeah, that's a future prophecy. Babylon is prophesied in Jeremiah 50 years ago. Talk about that old Babylon. Talk about a new Babylon. Just like there's a spiritual Sodom in Egypt, there's a spiritual Babylon. But the Most High is going to let it manifest, play out, where she's going to really be destroyed. Go ahead.
It's fallen.
It's fallen.
And it's become the habitation of devils.
Yeah, there ain't going to be no place here no more to dwell. It's going to be a habitation. But it's a habitation of devils right now, too. Through these people.
But when that Jacob trouble comes, he spawned them newly created beasts. And all these wicked people, they really turn up because they really ain't as wicked as they ever been. But this is a time like never before. You're gonna have people. This is the most wicked they're gonna ever be since they've ever been on the planet, man. It's not gonna be like all the other times, man. And they were wicked, man. Yeah. A lot of these people was very wicked.
And like we said, it's more wicked than people think it is today. But it's gonna get more wicked. If they put all that shit on the news every day, you be sick to your stomach. What's happening in the earth? But they cover that shit up, and then they go to the weather and it's a sunny and nice day. Go ahead.
So a habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit. So there ain't gonna be any type of foul spirit you can think of is going to be in America, Babylon the Great during Jacob's trouble, man.
Yeah, watch that movie called he had 18 personalities and shit. One minute he'll be a baby, and the next minute he'll be a serial killer, and the next minute he'll be possessed with all kind of crazy shit, throwing up and shit. This is the sickness of this place, man. It's every kind of thought of even the thought of people orgies and all that. They got centipedes and shit. Got sexual perverted things called centipede and all that shit. It just all this mess, man. Mm-hmm. Cesspool. Go ahead.
In a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Go ahead.
Verse 3, for all the nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Yeah, we talked about the wine of fornication, her philosophies. And her philosophies, through those philosophies, where they coming out with draconian laws, man. Wrathful decision making through their bills and their, whatever. They in the seat of juries and judges, and through their jurisdiction legislation, they exercise these laws. It's going to get more crazy. Trump is the perfect candidate to have it crazy like that. He came in talking shit with his Dennis the Menace hairstyle and shit, grabbing women's crotches. Oh, that's the kind of president you want right there. You gonna get shit started. He said, when you see the flash mob, just shoot their ass. Don't even ask no questions. Shit like that. Go ahead.
That ain't even wise, because what if somebody in there ain't even looking, they just got caught in the middle of it? Now they gonna get shot up. It don't even make no sense, man. And the merchants of the earth and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her.
No, it should be okay, yeah. And the kings, go ahead, which these other people of these other nations, go ahead.
And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich.
Yeah, see, the merchants, they got to import, export, and they come in and now trade and sell. They got trade wars and all that. So they come in and they sell by the sea. The food comes from out of there. China is still having things imported in this place, food and all that. So they the merchants which control of the merchandise. They got ships. But what did it say about the merchants? Go ahead.
The merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Yeah, they waxed rich, so they still continue dealing with America. But that's going down. It says that hey, the grinding is low. America's value is lowered. They trying to say, nah, it ain't even worth for imports. We're gonna have to build our own system over here. We cut America out. Dealing with the euro, dealing with the Bitcoin. America say, well, I got a chip. I'm be the forerunner of the chip. So we back in business, so to speak, in a little bit. You know, they giving really America time to see what she can come up with. She's a harlot. Remember, America came out of the 7, not the other way around. She's mentioned as the 8 that came out of the 7. So those are her parents over there. They really they just use this America as a cash cow. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Come out of my people. Laws and commandments of the Most High, confess our ability. Hopefully we get called out of here in the cherry.
You're saying it's spiritual?
Yes, it starts in your spirit though. In your mind to exercise the Most High's righteousness here on earth. Come out of my people. Everything starts spiritually first, in the mind first, and then it's manifest. Go ahead.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Yeah, because she goes by this Bible. They really not have no business messing with this Bible. They try to play a moral code to moral representation to have the people do and remain, subject to them. Everybody, they wonder about the spiritual aspect of it, because they have dreams and stuff, they have visions and stuff like that. They're concerned with their soul sake a lot of times. Even if they don't believe, they still wonder about it. Most High exists? Is there a God that exists? So they play on their conscience with that. With religion and all that.
So they ain't got no faith, man.
Yep. They don't have faith and they don't have true understanding of the Bible, of the Most High, true character, his son, and what he came to do when he came here on earth. Go ahead.
Oh, and like you said right there, that you come out of her, my people, that you be not partaker of her sins. What's a good example of that? The MOTV. That's taking that sea hill, man. So we coming out of this American you know, coming out from practicing the American ways, man, being a part of this system, you know, because it's a sin to take that see him.
He talks about the foreknowledge of Most High. We're warned before it comes. That's why the Most High wait for stuff to happen first, and then he'll make it happen, because he got to have the prophets out there to tell you not to do it before it happens. So you won't have no excuse when it finally comes. So we even told you about little things like the jab. We told you about the education, the religion of America. We told you about the politics, not play into it. We told you about the seal. So you have no excuse when this shit failed. We told you about the business of America. Like it says, labor not to be rich. Well, depend on this as your you know, as your go-to. So when the business is failed and the internet is off and shit, and the government is shut down, our people be crying like, "What happened?" Well, we told you these type of things are gonna happen. Go ahead.
Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plague.
Yeah, because really she really ain't supposed to be able to sin, because she wasn't given the law, but she holds the law in her hand, so her sins have reached into heaven. Yeah, you are labeled as one of the sinners. Like Yahweh Shai, he was labeled as one of the sinners. But yeah, he was righteous. So Most High is flipping it back on them, flipping the table back on them. Yeah, we're not Christian, we're the wicked anyway. You know us, Most High, nah, you're gonna get judged for that shit. Because you're trying to play the Christian role too. You're trying to play the good guy too. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have play both roles. Go ahead. You know, Clark Kent, he's really Superman. He ain't really Clark. I mean, you know, he played Clark Kent, but he's really Superman. You are one entity, you are one spirit and one soul. Go ahead.
That's just how we are. That's the one thing about Superman. His disguise is Clark Kent, man. Yeah. His real identity is damn immortal, man.
Yeah. Like
immortality, man.
Jacob became Israel. That was Israel. Like they say, Abraham wasn't an Israelite. He was in the spirit. He just it wasn't Israelite yet. That came out, but still he was an Israelite. He was the son of God.
And in a sense, it was, when you go into Genesis 3:15, he said he would separate thy seed from her seed. Yeah. So it was already established that, you know, that was going to be the beginning of it, the beginning of it. But like Quan said, he's not going to make it that plain upon tables, man, or they will be able to just get it, man.
Yeah. The sons of God are the Israelites. They're not anybody that could be the sons of God, sons of the wicked, sons of the men.
That's why I said since the foundations of the world. That's how you know Israel had to be there.
Yeah. And the Most High said that I chose you from the womb. I chose you from the beginning of the world, before anything came forth. The Most High brought us forth. So we Israelites, man. And Israelite means prince of the power. So, you know, it's kind of like an entitlement too. Go ahead.
Verse 5, for her sins have reached unto heaven.
Her sins have reached unto heaven. They got a space station. They got NASA and shit. And they talk much shit. And the magnitude of how they've been living since the Greek Empire is you know, it's sins unto heaven, man. Like this devil got to go. They had the shit. The next shit they gonna come out with, like when you thought you couldn't marvel more, you gonna be like, oh shit. You think AI is something? They gonna upgrade AI and shit. You know what I'm saying? They starting to make it more realistic now, where people can't tell the difference between what and what. You know, they playing with the dead. Like certain people that's been dead, they'll bring them back through AI and shit. What did it say? Most High said he brings spirits back. He's the one that is the father of spirits, not them. But they trying to be the father of spirits through this AI and shit, where you digitally see somebody on a digital screen living, so-called living. You know what I'm saying? That's not real breath that they breathing. That's not real life. But people can't tell. Like, damn, what's the name still might be alive. I saw him on but that wasn't really him. It was AI. Go ahead.
And the Most High have remembered her iniquities.
Yeah. So everything that they remember, Most High measured them outside the temple as reprobate. They can't get inside the temple. That's why the Most High say, "You are my temple. It's holy men, the temple you are." They can't get inside the circle of being an Israelite, an elected and possible repentance. Only Israelites. So what they doing? They building artificial intelligence on the outside. Like, damn, we'll just, that caveman mentality. There, we'll just, make what we got to do was due for us, when we can work with. And they still doing that today, But they become intelligent when they say became wiser than Daniel. So they do that the wisdom, and Most High going to take that down to them. Because you thought, now when you think about it, you start thinking about, damn, all this shit really don't make no sense that Esau's doing this shit. Why would you do that? Why would you create a seed to put inside a human being? You know what I'm saying? And especially when we know that you come back, you don't die, your energy, your spirit goes on. So why you need to create something that lives forever on a chip basis and shit, on a robot basis, on a carnal basis? Let that spirit go and it'll come back in another body. Go ahead.
Verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you.
Yeah, Slug. If I mention remember, I don't know if y'all see 6 Day. It's either 6 Day or the other movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was that other movie he played in? It was they were cloning. One of them was the 6 Day. Another was something else. Either one of those movies. And that it was a dude that tried to bring his mother kept dying, and he kept bringing her back through this simulation type of cloning thing. And then she was at her 7th, 8th time being cloned, and she told him, "Why don't you just let me go? Why you keep bringing me back and shit? Just let me go, So that's what Esau trying to do. He's trying to make the old things new. What did Most High say? You're gonna have new bodies. It's gonna be a new Jerusalem, a new heaven, a new earth. The old things are past. But Esau trying to keep them old things. Yeah, Esau trying to keep those old things and try to rebirth them. You can't rebirth that, man. That's dead. And it shows through his character about the food. He trying to keep the old meat, you know what I'm saying? Old meat, and trying to spray it and shit with chemicals and trying to preserve it and shit. Most High said, hey, the old things become old, new things become new. And what did it say? If a tree is not bearing fruit, cut it down. All the fruit that's not bearing, all the trees not bearing good fruit, prune it down. He ain't trying to. Most High ain't trying to save America. It's old. She's an old heart that's been worn out. She can't beautify herself, re-virginize herself. She's done. The boxing got all kind of worms in it and diseases in it. If a woman been through that, and take that woman. It's like almost like taking a crackhead and fixing her up and shit. Like, you want a woman that's kind of, doing some shit, looking pretty or something. Like, go ahead.
Revelation chapter 18, verse 6, reward her even as she rewarded you.
Yeah, we're going to reward her as what does she reward us with? Hatred, evil, slavery. Tells you in in Revelation, he that leads in captivity shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. These are the things that they did against our people. We ain't concerned about any other nation because they're going to be under us. Once we rule, they're going to be under us in our inheritance. So we ain't worried about them now. Esau is the God. Go ahead.
And double unto her, double according to her work.
That's why a representation of that double is Esau going 1,000 years of slavery. They're going to live a full day in slavery. Israelite style, Most High style. One day is 1,000 years to them. So they're going to get their day. Go ahead. That's how long a day's supposed to be. Imagine eternity. Imagine if you had if you really had 7 days if you was off 2 days of work, you'd be off 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? But now it's like, shit, there's no time. There's no time left. You know, one day is like, shit, like, damn, it's already June. It's June. It's already wintertime. It's already another Sabbath. I mean, Passover. So that lets you know the Most High is speeding this up. This is not a place to enjoy it anyway, right? We drink a little wine, we share it, chop it up with the brotherhood, and then it's time to go back to work. Even this is work. We're doing the work of the Most High, but it's a work of enjoyment because you know, we love to hear about we love to hear the word. But this ain't living, man. This ain't heaven, man. Go ahead.
In the cup which she had filled to her double
cup, you know, because what did they say? Go to the scripture right quick. And the most Yahweh Shai even said when he was on earth, he said, "Are you able to be filled with the cup? Drink of the cup I am drunk with. I mean, I've drunk with." And that cup for us was affliction, tribulation. But we experienced that cup in slavery too, because it said the people that the cup wasn't supposed to drink of the cup, they had drunken of the cup. So we are living our last days of that slavery. Go ahead, and we got it. People that wasn't slavery to the cup. Talking about it says those people that wasn't supposed to drink have drinking of the cup. It might be in Lamentations.
Jeremiah.
I just thought you mentioned it.
Yeah, I mentioned that, but I mentioned that before. I just I'll get that one too, but I wanted to hit this one first.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 12. Thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken.
You surely are drunken of that cup, man, that cup of slavery. Go ahead.
And art thou he that shall altogether go unpunished?
Yeah, because you put us in slavery. You ain't going unpunished, man. You're going to get led into captivity. 1,000 years, and it tells you that in Psalms where we're going to bind their kings and their nobles with fetters of iron. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not go unpunished.
You shall not go unpunished.
But thou shalt surely drink of it.
You shall surely drink of that cup. You're going to drink of slavery. That cup of slavery. Go ahead. And the reason why I brought that Yahweh Shai went up because, you know, a lot of people were saying the cup didn't mean affliction, didn't mean slavery. But Yahweh Shai said that, and what he did when they said, yeah, we can surely drink of the cup that you drink from Yahweh Shai started suffering. I mean, you know, he had been suffering. Always he was acquainted with people. But, you know, he had to suffer and go on to the cross. That's why I said, let every man bear his own cross. So it's a cup of tribulation and trials and stuff. Go ahead.
Verse 13, for I have sworn by myself, saith the Lord, that Basra shall become a desolation.
Yeah, that's America. Code word for America shall become a desolation. Right here. Go ahead.
A reproach, a waste, and a curse.
A waste and a curse. Go ahead.
And all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste.
Perpetual wasted, man. Yes, look up Basra right quick. Let's see what they say. I mean,
it basically says the capital of Edom.
The capital of Edom.
But it's basically America.
It's cold, like, you know, like the Apostle Boyd. Yeah. It's a cold name.
Like the capital of Edom is America, because they don't really have no capital. This is the capitalization of their thoughts to rule the new new world order. Go ahead.
Baltazara, which means a sheepfold or a fortress, a town of Edom.
Town of Edom.
You know?
And this is a town, like the apostles always say, this whole America is a city. It's a town. Woe to him that builds a town with blood. Woe to the bloody city. It's full of lies and robbery. That's America. Go ahead. This is Nineveh all over there. This is Syria all over there. This is the capital of all those rulership all in one.
And when you go into Obadiah, the first chapter, it says the same thing right here in verse 14, Jeremiah 49, verse 14.
Yep.
I have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen. Right? So the rumor is, you know how I said it would be rumors of wars. That's us telling y'all what's going on, you know, the hopeful elect. But then you got the ambassadors of the heathen, they're coming to, you know, you got China, Moab going to their people, Ammon, the so-called Japanese going to they got ambassadors coming up to them, to their people, saying, going to the leaders saying, gather ye together.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because, you know, the rumors start with word by mouth. You know, we're not on the public, you know, prophets are not on the public media, in the public media. So now they, you know, and now it's like, I heard that from somewhere. I heard somebody say that, you know, and they heard it through word of mouth, but somebody else saw other prophets. So you're not broadcast, but this should be broadcast.
Because that rumor, like I said, from the Lord. So the men, that's how you getting that rumor. You getting that word, that's the word from the Lord. So that now they hear rumors like, hey, yeah, they said something. Somebody said World War III gonna go down. They said something about what's going on over there. You know? But the ambassadors are actually going up to their people and saying, look, this is what the prophet's saying. We're just trying to attack, man. Okay? This is what's going on at the same time. And the ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle.
Rise up to the battle. Most High said he would bring a mighty man to the battle, ready to go to war. We're in a state of World War III right now.
Go ahead. Below, I will make thee small among the heathen and despised among men. And that's what's happening to the small hats right now, man. These people who call themselves us, you know, these small hats, these 1948ers, Amalek, the first descendants of Esau, man. Esau the flock. Yep, the Rothschilds, all these people, man. They coming against these people, man. They ain't even giving them weapons no more. You know? So this is basically the same thing that says it in Obadiah, man. It's the same thing. But you want me to keep going? We'll go back to
keep going. I got a quick precept real quick.
You want me to finish this? Or? I just say to make it small among the heathen.
Yeah, so they're gonna come against America, man. Because Israel is highly allies with America. So anything that America do to get Israel gets involved. Anything that Israel do, America gets involved. So that's what the Most High is making happening right now, man. And we just sitting back enjoying the show. Our eating popcorn is doing the work and keeping up with the times, you know, watching it go down, talking about it through prophecy. Go ahead. And then we're gonna get into us being, because you know, I want to get into us being soldiers with the sword, the slay the beast. Because we're talking about the beast right now. We're talking about these things that Most High set up with the prophets to be soldiers, to be men of His work. And this is how we're going to slay the beast. And by faith. By faith.
This is Proverbs. What was you in Revelation 18. When they talk about filling her double, the cup.
Yeah.
It says, it says Proverbs 12 and Proverbs chapter 11 verse 31. He said, behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth. The righteous is, the Israelites. And it says, behold, the righteous shall be recompensed in the earth. Much more the wicked and the sinner. So that judgment is gonna be way worse, Like you said, double.
Yeah, and it says the wicked shall not, don't be deceived. God is not punished. And it said the wicked shall not go unpunished. They're gonna be punished. Go ahead.
Going into somebody will slam with the mouth with the spirit of his mouth. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Yeah. And that's Esau. And then that Roman Empire is the height of their empire to where they exercise it even in America. So the iniquity has been revealed to the prophets and the prophecies. Go ahead.
Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way.
He's going to be taken out of the way.
Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
We're revealed now. They try to put the wickedness on Jake, the accuser of our brethren. Look at him. They're doing this, doing that. Even when we're teaching the truth, they tell us that, you're a hate group and all that. Y'all hated for years and still hate with blood and murder and all that. Shit, you should talk to your own fathers about what they did. All the blood that they shed. Go ahead.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Yep. Through the prophets, the prophecies, speaking the word. And then soon it's going to be them chariots. Lasers coming out the mouth of them chariots. Laser beam in this place. And the people. Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And the brightness of his coming. So this is a form of that brightness to ushering in Yahweh Shai. We're presenting ourselves before the return of Yahweh Shai, ushering in the kingdom basically. That's about to be established in the newness of the kingdom. I mean, in the newness of, heaven and earth, man. Go ahead.
That's it.
And we take on the whole armor.
You want to get it up?
Endure. I've chosen you to be a soldier. We'll get that first.
Go ahead.
It's like it said, it don't look like it, but we're in the army. They be like, "Where's y'all weapons at?" This is the sword.
So which one was that?
Endure hardness and good soldier. First, 2 Timothy 2 and 3 or something like that.
Yeah, this is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai.
So it says, endure hardness as a good soldier. So I let you know we're in an army. Go ahead.
It says, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
Just like any war, you can't look back. You can't, You're talking to your mother every day, your woman every day. It's people shooting at you and shit. Is your enemy trying to kill you? You be like, Jake go over there in war. They be like, hey, I ain't never had no personal problems with these people. And they trying to kill him because he's an American. Shit over there, you know, Habib and them and all them. They trying to kill your ass. And then you rethink that. You like, damn, why am I fighting for America? What is this about? Go ahead.
That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
Yeah, the Most High had chosen his men to be a soldier. So we're definitely at war, spiritual war we talk about. You can call it the invisible war because it don't look like we're warring with anybody. Go ahead. What's it? I got one to add to it.
It's Isaiah chapter 48, verse 10. Behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction.
Yep.
Verse 11, for mine own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. For how should my name be polluted? I will not give my glory unto another.
And also, too, Most High said, you be my weapons, my battle axes, weapons of war. Where you dip that sword in that furnace to sharpen it and shit, you know? So that's what the Most High is doing with us. Dipping us, refining us, sharpening us, you know? Iron, it says iron sharpeneth iron. So we're a weapon to the against the elites through this word. But it's gonna be manifest too. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 16. Behold, I will send for many fishers.
Yeah, we talk about fishing. Fishers of men. It talks about. So we're fishing right now, catching good and bad fish. Go ahead.
Saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after I will send for many hunters.
Yeah, and the fishers are gonna become hunters. It's gonna tell you what the hunters do. You know what the hunters do. Go ahead.
And they shall hunt them from every mountain.
Hunt them from every mountain. Go ahead.
And from every hill.
Yep.
And out of the holes of the rocks.
So we're gonna get them governors too, and we're gonna get them hole in the rock men too.
Yep. Pulling them out of them bunkers.
Yep. And where you think? Why you think they went under there? Most High put their mind and put it in their mind for them to go under there. Because why not live up on the earth where everybody else, where they hide somebody's secret, and for the nuclear bombs, they think they're gonna escape. And if they do, we're gonna pull them out. It said no remaining of the house of Esau.
And the Lord gonna let a lot of them live, a lot of them high top officials live. So they be the first ones getting dragged into that slavery, man. Yeah. They're gonna be the first ones in there, man.
Everything ain't gonna be bombed. Like they said, the world is gonna blow up and shit.
They tripping, man.
Man. Most High said the earth is abideth forever. Go ahead.
Verse 17, for mine eyes are upon all their ways.
Yep.
They are not hid from my face.
They are not hid from, so they can go underground. They can go anywhere, and his eyes are there. Most High's eyes are there. Go ahead.
Neither is there iniquity hid from mine eyes.
Yeah. And angels will be checking in with them. Like, yeah, you see your ass. The Most High gonna give men spiritual powers. We're angels too. Angels means messengers. So we're gonna become extraterrestrial spiritual men. Where we're gonna be able to do that, go under there and bring them out.
We got a building right here.
So I wanted to put on the whole before we close out. We gonna have classes. Go right quick. Righteous. I'll go there. Righteous. Let me go real quick. Righteousness is immortal. Righteousness is immortal. King James version. And see, this particular scripture, you got to go to the Apocrypha. See, they don't want us to know this stuff. That's why they took it out. Apocrypha means hidden book. They took it out. It says, wisdom of Solomon, so the more right you do, you exercise and you become more refined, more tapping into immortality. That's what they want. That's why they keep the frequencies low in this place. That's why they keep the sins high in this place. So to keep Jake from immortality. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 15. For righteousness is immortal. Simple. Righteousness is immortal, man. So it says this mortal must put on immortality. So that's coming. Go ahead.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 11. And it reads, put on the whole armor of Yahweh.
Yeah, and I ain't talking about physical armor. Even David, when they tried to put on an armor, he took it back. He took it off and he said, "Nah, I'm gonna have faith in the Lord." When he was to fight Goliath, you know. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Yeah, the wiles of the devil, man. All his ways, all his tactics, and all that, his craftiness, you know. And in the scriptures, I forget what chapter that is, but it says, "By faith Noah prepared an ark. By faith Moses denied, called the daughter of the son of Pharaoh. By faith Abraham moved it. This is by faith they're doing this. So that's another big key part of this, defeating the beast, is by faith. You know, like that movie we saw. It was another movie where, if y'all seen it, it's called Alita. We gotta watch that. She didn't know who she was, and then when they gave her a new body, she started figuring out who she was. She was somebody, ancient person that lived, that they were afraid of, that she was being held captivity. She started remembering what it say in the scriptures. This is the place. They should go into this place and they shall remember themselves. They should go into Babylon, they shall remember themselves. Yeah, right? We're remembering ourselves, man. So now you feeling that sword, you like, hey, you starting to like wield it and start to really get into it, man. And it's hurting the wicked, it's hurting them, man. Because all that shit is failing, the antics, the shenanigans. And that's one of the most strongest hoes that make a people believe in you and shit. You got them by the palm of your hand, they'll do anything you say do. When they go over there at war, they say, hey, let's gather some soldiers, we're going to war. Hey, shit, I'm ready to get my boots. Now it's like, wait, hold on. Last time y'all was in Afghanistan, y'all in all these certain places, y'all was taking oil and stealing and robbing and dealing unjustly and shit. But y'all say y'all the country of the land of freedom, liberty, and justice for all. Every man is equal. It said every man is equal in a constitution. That nation say, and they tell these nations that too. Like, hey, so let's do business with you. All men are equal. We treat you. But these nations are starting to know, like, hey, America's shady than a mother. America's, so they backing off. Nobody's really ready to go to war no more. So now Most High is rising up his men to the battle of the spiritual war. The spiritual war is what really matters now. The spiritual words of this Bible and the saints, that's what really matters in this earth now. So we're gonna hit the last scripture. They stood on their feet as an exceeding great army. Wisdom of Solomon, I think it is. Either 1:5 or 5:1. I think it's 5:1. So to our people, when we do like this and we're wielding our sword, they be like, damn, they crazy. They don't look like no. They fighting the air. They ain't even nobody there. There is somebody there. Fight spiritual wickedness in high places. That's another scripture it says. Ephesians. No, we can actually get that first. Ephesians. Our war is not carnal.
Yeah,
right quick, and then we'll get
that
that.
one. I'm thinking
Second.
See the great army. No, we're talking about that one.
Ezekiel 37, that's what that's.
It
See
says,
the great army.
Right, yeah, start with that one. We'll go there. Go ahead.
Is that you want to
Go ahead. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. See the great army. I'll get it while you can do it. See the great army.
I got it. Is it? I had it back.
You're right about the bones. I was just, because it goes into the bones, but I just wanted that point. You're right, though. See where it is.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2. Chapter 10. Verse.
It's in Ephesians. It's either in Hebrews or Ephesians when it said, our words not carnal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm reading right here.
Okay.
Weapons not carnal. That's 2:4.
Yeah, that's in Corinthians. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says 2 Corinthians chapter 10,
chapter 6.
verse 3.
Ephesians 6:12. Yeah.
You talking about Ephesians 6:12.
Oh, okay.
Ephesians 6:12, King James Version. That's yeah. Ephesians 6:12, it says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." So this is not a flesh and blood fight against prophets, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. So this is a spiritual war. That's why we know about the leaks. That's why we know about Rothschild, Rockefeller, the ones behind the curtain, the puppeteers. Go ahead. Let's see what it is right there. Well, verse 13, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, that you may be able to withstand the evil day. And we're in the evil day. Even the days will be bad times, and haven't done all to stand. Stand there, having your loins girded about with truth. See, that's how we're going to defeat this devil, with truth. And having on the breastplate of righteousness with righteousness. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of wickedness, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, in our mouths that we speak the words of the Most High, which is the word of the Most High. So this is a war. They don't get that part. They do like, look, y'all with Bibles and y'all talking all this, cussing all this. We're at war. When you're at war, you got, oh fuck, a bullet just passed me. You're gonna cut your ass off, man. There's this stuff coming at you. Go ahead.
Corinthians 10:4.
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
Yeah, that's he was talking about. That was right. I was just saying, that was the other.
I just wanted to keep pointing this one.
Yeah, that was going to that armor. Yeah.
Yep. It says 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. Wait a minute. I started 3. For though we walk in the flesh.
Yeah, we walk in the flesh. They see us and everything. Go ahead.
We do not war after the flesh.
Yeah, we don't war after the flesh. That's why Jake be like, oh, y'all do shit, man. Y'all, our war is spiritual. Go ahead.
He said, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Not carnal. So Esau got all kind of, he's showing off his weapons. He got all that jets and bombs and swords. He's making a sword that shoots around the corner and shit. Just watch that movie, The Wanted and shit, where the bullet bends and shit and it goes into, they trying to make all kind of shit like that. Our weapon, we're not exercising that.
When she had that gun and she put it in that thing and then it made like a camera around the corner.
Yeah.
She could see that shit. Yep. Without having to peek her head out.
Yep. That's what they exercise in. They got hunting magazines and all that. I mean, weapon magazines and all that. You flip through that weapon magazine, it's all kind of guns and shit. Go ahead.
It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High.
Mighty through the Most High.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
Yeah, we're pulling down the strongholds of these religions, of this education. We're pulling down this heart that we're pulling down us, lifting up her skirt and letting everybody see, look, this disease heart, and don't fuck with her. She's done. Go ahead. Taking off her makeup and shit.
Casting down imaginations.
Casting down imaginations. imagination of this beast in the system. All this stuff is systematic. Man. Go ahead.
And every hot thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High.
So their system and the things that they do, their church, their religion, their education, their policy, their jurisdiction, and that. We swallowing that up with this, because we the real lawmen, like we said. We the real policemen. The policies are supposed to be the scriptures. Like, hey, you're supposed to, you see a sodomite, you're supposed to pull them over. Hey, go into the court, you're gonna get put to death. You know what I'm saying?
That's not how that shit work.
Yeah, it ain't work yet. Adultery, hey, you committed, and you go to the court, you're about to get judged and beheaded. Yeah. They court, they just give it, they don't even give tickets to this shit. Damn, they don't even give jail time. But they'll give us jail time. They'll give us a ticket. You ain't supposed to teach on private property. But it's a whole abomination going by at the same time they tell us that shit. Go ahead.
I got Revelation 12 and
does it go into anything? Because we want to close out.
Yeah.
What you got on here?
This is where you want me to put up.
Yeah. Wisdom of Solomon.
Yeah. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. And it reads, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him."
The one who afflicted him got all the power, all the weapons, all the torture, technical torturing chambers and guillotines and all that. You be like, damn, I'm talking against the government. Righteousness is bold, man. Like, that ain't right, man. Like Jake, he do it a different kind of way when he gets stopped by it. It ain't right, man. He start yelling and he kind of get emotional and shit. Fuck that. You start, you gotta deal on a wisdom basis with, it says be wiser than the serpent, man. Harmless as a dove. That don't mean like we letting them run over us, but we telling them like, yeah, y'all gonna be destroyed, man. Most High is watching y'all's ass. Y'all gonna get it double. Y'all gonna go into slavery, and the Most High is judging them now too, in a lot of ways. He's saving the best for last. He's saving the wicked elites for last. Go ahead.
And made no account of his labors.
No account of his labors. Go ahead. Labor we do in the field even to this day.
Verse 2. Verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
Yeah, because it's a prophecy. But, and they see that the Bible was right. Oh shit, that's what they're doing. What it said. That's what they said would happen. And we're talking about their kingdom going down. We're talking about chariots. They experiencing those chariots up there. That's swallowing their asses up, shooting their aircrafts down. So they know it's like, oh man. That's why Putin came out with that. At least let me say that the Hebrew Israelites are black people. Maybe, Yahweh Yahushua give me a chance. Nope. Go ahead.
And shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
The strangeness of our salvation, getting out of here in them chariots, man. And then we're gonna come back and take over the whole lands. The whole world and shit. Go ahead.
So far beyond all that they look for.
Yeah, they didn't look for it. It was like, shit, nigga gonna be in slavery forever. He gonna be, smoking weed forever, sagging his pants forever, in jail, in and out of jail forever, selling dope forever. Family broke up forever. Nah. Most High is turning that around. Now they nervous and they losing their money. We were their greatest consumers. Now we like, hey, we're finding natural ways to go about, to maintain. So they seeing that too. The profit of this place is getting swallowed up. What they say there? Go now, rich man. How your riches are taken. So in righteousness, we slaying this beast, man, because they built a whole organization, a whole union. That counteract that goes against the Most High's laws and all that. That they target us still to this very day. So then they say, well, they're gonna lose because they ain't got no military might. Well, we got spiritual might. And that's how we're going to defeat them. And Most High is going to give us spiritual powers, which is extraterrestrial powers, so they can see their gods and they can see us in physical form. There ain't gonna be no more. I heard a wind and I heard, or something happened to where a vision or writing on the wall or some mysterious dream or thing that they had. It's gonna be they're gonna see us in raw form, man. Most High willing, it's us. Yeah. And every time, even going back to King David and a lot of wars we were in, we prayed to the Most High. He gave us strength to defeat our enemies, and it's gonna happen again. And this is the last great final war before we get into the kingdom, before the kingdom is manifest. But the kingdom first is manifest within us. Like I said, Yahweh Shai said the kingdom is within you. So the war is also in us, like Paul said, warring in our members and shit. Once we get that straight, the more and more this beast is gonna go down. Like the apostles always say, one step closer to this man going down. And it's because of one reason is because of our faith, and that we ask the Most High to do so. That's why they want to shut up the word. Back then, they didn't want the names to be even uttered, because they knew when we called on our power, we would help them. So they're going to try to shut our mouths by locking us up in prison. They beheaded the men. They didn't want to hit that mouth talking. But it's going to be manifest. It's already written, so it's already worked out. Most High already worked it out. We don't have to do really too much. So that's how we're going to defeat this beast, man. Jake is trying to, we can save enough up and have our own military or have our own. The so-called white man gonna let you do that. We're gonna bomb your ass the minute you gotta do it the Most Highest way, man. So we have great weaponry with these scriptures, man. We have a sword, and any man that come against us, Most High say, I'll make your enemies where they want to be able to gainsay. So we be chopping them up, man. And they be really hurt, like, damn. Edom be like, damn, huh? Edomites are going into slavery, shit. That's on him. If he blow his brains out, that's on him. You're supposed to have a strong belief in the Son of God. Yo, Jesus, to you, yo, Jesus. He should have saved you from killing yourself. But, that's the core of the battle, man. Oh, it says, and this is the battle that every man shall fight. It's the condition of the battle. Going through these trials, learning our history, learning these breakdowns, learning the order, learning the spiritual aspect of this thing, so we can hurry up and get out of here. Once I speed up the times already for the election, that's already happened. A few more prophets to go, and this is it. It's a wrap. Anybody got anything else? All right, so
I guess we'll finish it off this Revelation chapter 12, Revelation chapter 12 and 11. It says, and they overcame him. And they overcame him. Well, I'll start at 10. It says, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power.
Yeah, the king, that's what we're waiting for. Salvation and strength, the kingdom of our power. Go ahead.
And the power of his anointed.
The power of his anointed, Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
Yeah, Esau is cast down. The accuser of day, what it's going to say, day and night. Go ahead.
Which accused them before the Most High day and night.
Yeah. And that's how it's always been. Even going back to Esau when he accused Jacob of stealing his blessing. It starts a deep matrix. It starts in the deep matrix of the womb. Going way back. This is way back deep. Yep. Go ahead.
Yep. And it says, when you go, and like you said, cast down to be, humble. Yep. You know, that's first starts with His word.
Yeah, and like we said, like we read in another scripture, casting down any imagination that come against the Yahweh Shai. That's what this devil is doing. Everything that's set up is witchcraft. It's shit that you can buy pork, swine in it. You buy all this shit. It's going to get brought down. Even his high wickedness. Go ahead.
It says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb.
By the blood of the Lamb.
And by the word of their testimony.
Yep. Because this is a representation also of the blood of the Lamb. This word. That's what he said when he sat down with his disciples. He said, "Take, this is my blood. This is my body. Eat thereof." So it's a spiritual thing. Covered by the blood of the Lamb. It didn't cover everybody in the world. It didn't cover these humans. It didn't cover you. On this side, it didn't cover the true girls. Go ahead.
And they love not their lives unto death.
They love not their lives unto death. That's the life of a prophet, man. Like we hate this place. The wickedness of this place, the hidings of this place. That's what we see. It could be a beautiful day, but we see how this place was built by blood, by rape, robbery, murder, red rum. Blood of the saints, because they still gonna come after us. But this is how we defeat them, man. Go ahead, and that's it, right? So in righteousness, righteousness is immortal. We're gonna actually have spiritual power to take them down. You see, the angels already, the chariots already swallowing their aircraft. The war has already begun. The main core, the exciting part of the war is when Yahweh Shai show. When everybody fighting, and then Yahweh, oh shit. When Superman, everybody fighting, and then Superman show up, they be like, oh shit, it's going down now. But it's still going down right now. So yeah, with that, hopefully it was edifying the water for those who tune in. The brothers and the few sisters that tune in, Shalom, Yahweh Shai, and always, forever giving all praise to Yahweh. Rakta Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostle, elders, Reed Millstone. Once I take your blessed word for the host for elect. Shalom and blessing. Shalom.